Doon naman sa radiation, heat transfer even though walang particles like sa space vacuum. Okay, dun sa tatlo, mass transfer involves dun sa convection. Mayroong mass transfer, kaya nga mayroong mixing. Okay? Now, here, drying is a mass transfer process. Hindi lang siya heat transfer, kundi mass transfer process siya. Okay, consisting of removal of water. Mayroong naalis na water or another solvent by evaporation from solid, semi-solid, or liquid. Okay. This process is often used as final production step before selling or packaging products. So kasama ito sa mga industrial processes. That's why we're going also to tackle this at your industrial plant, I mean. A source of heat and an agent to remove the water produced by process are often involved. So meron ka dito source of heat, ano? And then agent para alisin yung vapor. Yun lang naman yung goal mo eh, alisin yung moisture. In byproducts like food, grains, and pharmaceuticals like vaccines, the solvent to be removed is almost invariably water. Ito yung mga isa sa mga pinagagamitan ng drying process, no? So sa food, sa inyo mismo, kahit sa mga homemade products niyo, no? Ginagamit ito sa mga grains, of course, ano? Palay, corn, and so on. Inaalis yung mga moisture, pharmaceuticals, okay? So, invariably water, ibig sabihin, hindi lang water yung inaalis dyan, may mga kasama ibang liquid. Desiccation may be synonymous with drying or considered an extreme form of drying. Desiccation, so we have those what we call desiccants, ano? An example of that is what you can see in your supplements, mga gamot, yung may nakalagay na do not eat, ano, okay, to maintain the product drying. Okay, drying, meron tayong thermal drying. So drying commonly describes the process of thermally removing volatile substances, moisture to yield a solid product. Thermally removing volatile substances. So these are those capable of evaporation. Non-thermal drying, like yung mga nandyan, sa example natin, squeezing, absorption by desiccant, and extraction. In food technology, drying is carried out for one or more of the following reasons: to avoid or eliminate moisture, which may lead to corrosion and decrease the product stability; to improve or keep the good properties of a material, flow, ability, compressibility; to reduce the cost of transportation; to make the material easy or more suitable for handling. Okay, sa material handling. Bakit? If the product has moisture, ano the tendency? Mas mabigat, ano pa, mas dikit-dikit. Okay, so naapektuhan pati yung flowability niya. That is why nandiyan to improve, keep the good properties. Yan. And also, minsan nasisira yung product kapag may mga moisture. Foods are dried to inhibit microbial development and quality decay. However, the extent of drying depends on product and use. Cereals, oilseeds are dried after harvest to the moisture content that allows microbial stability during storage. So, parang tinitimpla mo yung amount of moisture. Okay? Non-food products. As you can see, maraming applications itong ating drying. So, mapa-food, ito example din, mga paper, flax, washing powder, 'di ba? So, kung naglalaba kayo, 'di ba, yung mga powder ninyo, although nilalagay mo siya sa tubig, kung titignan mo yung powder, initially, hawakan mo, 'di ba? Walang masyadong moisture, limited. Even wala, no? Kasi, well, pag may basa-basa na agad yung powder mo, hindi na siya efficient. Sludges and fecal materials for sanitation ito, no? Yan, hindi pa tayo nag-almusal, huwag na natin pag-usapan yan. So these are the mechanisms of drying. This is to give you a background, ano, sa drying process natin before we delve into the computation. So, and measurement. Rate of drying curve. The drying rate depends upon the following factors: vapor pressure of water, vapor pressure of water in external environment, equilibrium, moisture content. So, food. Okay, so meron tayong drying rate curve. Ayan, so the y-axis, drying rate, kilogram of water. Ito naman, kilogram of water dun sa free moisture per kilogram of solid. Factors that influence drying, of course, we have your drying temperature, your relative humidity, which you are very familiar as of the moment na, no? Relative humidity, the lower the relative humidity, mas mabilis yung evaporation. So, mas mabilis yung drying process mo, velocity of air. Kasi nga, 'di ba, sabi natin, pag mabilis yung hangin, nadadaanan niya, mas bumibilis yung evaporation. The higher the velocity of the air passing through a surface, yung moisture dun sa surface mas nag-evaporate kasi nadadala ng hangin. Drying time, yan. Of course, mas matagal yung drying time mo, mas natutuyo. What's the difference between drying and evaporation? In drying process, the main operation usually carried out on solid materials, powder, etc. In evaporation, usually sa liquid materials. 'Di ba? Pag in-evaporate mo sa mga liquid materials yan, drying mostly sa mga solid. Drying in most of the cases means the removal of relatively small amount. Relatively small amount lang pag sa drying. Kaya nga, kabasa natin kanina, not totally ini-remove mo yung moisture pagdating sa food. Yung nabanggit kanina, nagiiwan lang siya for the microbial content. Sabi niya, evaporation include removal of large amounts of water. Kaya pag evaporation, talagang malaking amount yan. In most cases, drying involves removal of water at temperatures below its boiling point. Doon naman sa evaporation at its boiling point. In drying, water is usually removed by circulating air. Ito naman, water is removed, yan, masyadong nakita, from the material. Basta sa drying, mayroong circulation yan ng hangin. Ano? Ito yung mga different types of dryer. Tray dryer, device which is used for drying the wet products. Yan. So, crude drugs, chemicals, powders, the water which needs to agitate are not dried in tray dryer. Tray dryers used industrially in large as well as in small operations for drying the desired feed material. Okay, so ito yung tray dryer mo. It consists of rectangular chamber of sheet metal containing two tracks and support racks. Yan. Okay. So, if you have time, although mapag-aaralan din natin to sa industrial processes natin, industrial plant engineering. So, it's good na magkaroon na kayo ng background. This is just an introduction, no? So, kanyan yung tray dryer. Ayan. If you have time, you may search in the internet, lalo na yung mga may animations, how it functions, para hindi niya kainin yung oras natin. So, dito yung mga advantages at disadvantages ng ating tray dryer. Meron ka rin drum dryer, no? Okay, material and drum are dried. So, yung construction niya, hollow steel drum, feed pan spreader. Okay. Paano siya gumagana? Steam in drum. Drum is rotated through feed pan. Material adhered to pan. Thin layer form. Material dry during rotation. So, may nangyayaring new rotation dito. So, ito yung mga applications niya. Okay, milk products, starch products, and antibiotics. Ito yung rotary drum dryer. So, yung, di ba, mostly drying yung mga thesis ninyo. Ito. Suitable for heat-sensitive materials, compact size, complete drying. Okay? So, you have your wet material, meron kang hopper. Okay. Yan. So, meron kang conveyor. Disadvantage nito, high maintenance cost, skilled operator required, not suitable for less soluble salt solution. Okay? Pero ito ay compact and complete drying. Spray dryer, ito naman yung spray dryer. Material to fine droplets. Okay? Moving stream of hot gases. So, meron kang stream of hot gases dyan. Okay, spray dryer. Fluidized bed dryer. Okay, I'm sure mostly sa inyo nag-search na ng dryer, no? Lalo na for sa inyong thesis. Okay, so this is your fluidized bed dryer. Yan. So, advantages, disadvantages. Vacuum dryer. of course, yeah, through the application of your vacuum, yan yung construction niya, iron heavy jacketed vessel, hollow shelves, metal trays open to vacuum from. So, yun yung working niya. Freeze dryer, yan. Okay. Okay. Now, we go to your computation. Ano. Okay, puntahan muna natin yung book ninyo, yung ginagamit nating reviewer. Okay, dryer. Dryer is the removal of relatively small amounts of water or other liquid from the solid material. Not necessarily water yung aalisin mo, pwedeng you are removing other liquid. Okay? As we have said earlier, yung sa drying, inaalis yung tubig or other liquid from solid. Unlike evaporation, inaalis dun sa liquid. Okay? Types of dryers. Ito, bitin yung nilagay na niya. So, okay. You may use the internet para mas makita nyo pa lahat ng mga classifications of dryers. Punta tayo dito, hygroscopic materials. These are the substances which are particularly variable in the moisture content which they can possess at different times. Okay. Kasama na dito yung mga desiccant natin. No? Bone dry weight. Okay. What is bone dry weight? Kasi nakalagay dito sa formula, weight of moisture over bone dry weight, moisture content, weight of moisture over gross weight. And gross weight is bone dry weight plus weight of moisture. So, in your material na babawasan mo yung kanyang or mag-undergo ng drying, when we talk about bone dry weight, ito yung final output mo. Ito yung kung saan inalis mo na lahat ng moisture. So pag walang moisture, naalis mo na lahat ng moisture niya, that is bone dry weight. Alam niyo yung parang similitude niya yung natuyong buto. Okay? Bone dry weight. Of course, your weight of moisture, ito yung weight ng moisture mo. Okay? Gross weight, gross sum or total weight of the weight of moisture saka yung bone dry weight mo. So doon sa material may kasama pang moisture, gross weight 'yon. Pero pag naalis mo na lahat ng moisture, that is bone dry weight. Ano yung typical layout ng drying product? So dito may siyang typical layout. Mayroon kang heat exchanger dito. So mayroong steam, papasok yung steam and then may dadaang hangin. Okay? Parang 'di ba sa mga heat transfer natin, ito may pipe ka dito, dadaan yung steam, tapos may air. So kukunin ni air yung init, so iinit yung hangin and then so magiging heated air siya. Fresh air magiging heated air because of heat transfer from the steam. Etong heated air ngayon papasok sa drying chamber. Okay? Now, dito sa drying chamber, dito yung wet feed mo, yung may gross weight, no? Dadaan siya, ipapasok mo dito yung material. After after niyang contact with heated air, anong mangyayari? Magkakaroon ka ngayon ng dry product. Ito yung bone dry weight mo. Magkakaroon ka ng dried product and on the other hand naman, yung heated air mo mag-a-acquire ng moisture. So magiging humid air. Okay? So fresh air magiging heated air dahil kukunin niya yung init from the steam and After in contact with the wet feed naman, heated air will become humid air. Mag-a-acquire siya ng vapor. While the wet feed naman, magiging dried product. Okay? These are the processes on that. Moisture removed from materials, moisture absorbed by air is equal to, so humidity ratio, 3 minus 2. Okay, ito yung 3, ito yung 2. Humidity ratio, 3 minus humidity ratio, 2. Or, sabihin mo, M4 minus M5. Okay? Yung mass niya. So, yung difference ng mass niya, kaya mayroong difference is because it acquired liquid, it acquired vapor. Okay? So, yun yung na-remove mo sa materials. Okay? Ganito. M4 minus M5. Mas mabigat si M4 kasi may dala pa siyang moisture. After niyang ma-dried, maalis yung moisture. So, yung difference ng mass nila, saan napunta yun? Dala-dala ng hangin. Yung difference ng mass nila, yun yung mass ng moisture. At yung mass ng moisture, yun yung mass na dala-dala nitong hangin. Kaya siya naging humid air. Bone dried weight of wet feed, ito siya. Okay, bone dried weight of dried product. Nagbago ba? Hindi. Bakit? Kasi ang inalis lang yung moisture. So, yung bone dry weight nila, pareho. Heat supplied in heater. Okay, so MaH2 minus H1. Dito yon. Efficiency of dryer, heat absorbed by materials divided by heat supplied. Okay. Output over input. Air conditioning calculation. So the quantity of air circulated must be adequate to handle the cooling load. So again, ito yung pinakauna, yung cooling load. Pag alam mo na yung cooling load, dun mo isa-size yung equipment. Now, ito nababanggit na natin ito. So, you have your recirculated air. Recirculated air, ito yung dumaan na sa air conditioner, ni-recirculate mo. Ni-circulated again. Okay? Sino to? Nag-join ng joining Gmeet with the ano iba yung gamit. Okay, balik tayo dun. May nagjo-join, hindi FINMA ata yung gamit. Recirculated air. So, ito yung circulated again. So, MR is equal to MS minus MO. Outside air ito, no? So, ito yung outside air, MO. Okay, dadan ng conditioner. Yan. So, ito yung MS. Sabi niya, ito yung pinalamig muna. Ngayon, anong mangyayari? Some of it lalabas, ano, through the ventilation. Kaya mababawasan. So, eto, iikot ulit. Ito yung recirculated. Yung napalamig mo na, i-recirculate. And then, since kulang na siya ulit, kasi mayroon yung mga lumabas through the ventilation, yan, papasok ulit yung outside air. MR is equal to MS minus MO. Or in other words, yung ating pinaka output from the air conditioner is pinagsamang recirculated saka outside air. Sensible heat load, of course, MCP delta T. Yan. So, 1.0062 ginagamit for CP ng air. Latent heat load naman. So, yung M times humidity ratio inside minus humidity ratio of supply air. Okay? Ma-minus mo lang. Tapos yung iyong um, latent heat constant. Ano? So, 2442 kilojoule per kilogram average. Total heat load mo ngayon is yung QS plus QL or yung sensible saka latent heat. Okay. Ito, na-encounter nyo na rin to sensible heat ratio. Mass flow rate of recirculated MS minus MO. Or yung sabi nga natin, MR plus MO is equal to MS. Yan. And then for your ducting, of course, so ito energy equation. Okay? Energy in is equal to energy out. So, yung outside air mo times its enthalpy, recirculated air times its enthalpy para makuha mo yung energy nung outside saka energy nung recirculated is equal to MS. Ito yung output mo from the air conditioner. Okay, energy. So, ito air conditioner capacity, MS times H4 minus H1. H4, ito yung H1. H4 bago siya dumaan ng air conditioner. H4, nagsama na dyan yung MO saka MR. Okay? H1, paglabas. Yan, okay? Do you have any question, class? Anything you want to clarify? Okay, guys, wala. Okay, pag-ibasa nga yung problem. Read lang, read.
The temperature of the air in a dryer is maintained constant by the use of steam coils within the dryer. The product enters the dryer at the rate of 1 metric ton per hour. The initial moisture content is 3 kilogram moisture per kilogram of dry solid and will be dried to moisture of dry solid. Air enters the dryer with a humidity ratio of 0.016 kg moisture per kg of dry air and leaves with a relative humidity of 100%. While the temperature remains constant at 60 degrees Celsius, if the total pressure of the air is 101.3 kilopascals, determine the capacity of the forced drop fan to handle this air in cubic meters per minute.
Okay. Thank you. So, hinahanap dito capacity ng iyong fan. Okay? Again, just like with your pump, yun nga lang, ang pump kasi liquid yung dala-dala niya kapag tinatanong yung capacity niya, di ba? Aside from your head, ang ginagamit natin ay GPM, liter per minute, pero mostly GPM. Dito naman, draft fan, pareho sila ng function. Yung nga lang, iba yung dala-dala niya, gases, no? Okay? Kaya minsan CFM ka, minsan naka cubic meter per minute ka. Okay. So that's your capacity. So yan tinatanong niya, fan capacity. Okay. So gagamit tayo ng psychrometric chart. So, in this case, so i-ano na natin yung given para hindi nyo nahanapin. Binigyan ka at 60 degrees Celsius. Ito sabi niya, with a relative humidity, air enters the dryer with humidity ratio of 0.016. Okay? Kilogram moisture per kilogram of dry air. Lumabas siya 100% na yung relative humidity. Bakit? Sabi nga natin, from heated air, naging humid air. Okay, while the temperature remains constant. Okay. So, nung pumasok at 60 degrees Celsius and 0.016 humidity ratio, Okay, ano yung ating specific volume? So 0.968 cubic meter per kilogram. Also from steam table, ang okay, eto makikita niyo 'to kasi meron kayong steam table, PSAT at 60 degrees Celsius. What is the saturated pressure?
Sir, 19.94 po, kilopascal.
Okay, thank you. 19.94 kilopascal. What is our formula in getting the uh, humidity ratio?
0.622, sir. PV
Okay.
over
0.622. So, huwag niyong kalimutan to. Ginagamit pa rin natin. PV over PT
PT
minus.
over PSAT, sir. Ay,
Okay. PV. Okay.
PV.
Okay. So, this is our formula. So, 0.016, yan yung kanyang humidity ratio. Okay? So, ito yung humidity ratio 1. So, hanapin natin yung humidity ratio 2. Ito, 0.622 multiply with PV. So, PV is 19.94 over 101.3 minus 19.94. So, anong value niyan, class?
0.1524.
0.1524 kilogram over kilogram. Kilogram for kilogram, this is vapor, this is dry air. Okay? Therefore, what is your moisture remove? So, moisture remove mo ngayon, i-multiply mo lang, ano? Moisture remove is moisture remove is equal to mass times yung kanyang humidity ratio, yung formula na in-introduce natin kanina, minus humidity ratio 1. Okay. So, ibalikan natin yung problem para the temperature of the air in a dryer is maintained as a constant by the use of steam. The product enters the dryer at the rate of 1 metric ton. So, 1 metric ton. 1 metric ton is how many kilograms? How many kilograms ang 1 metric ton? Siyempre, alam niyo yan. 1 metric ton.
1,000 kilograms, sir.
1,000 kilogram. The initial moisture content is 3 kilogram moisture per kilogram of dry solid. So, yun yung ratio natin 3 kilogram moisture per kilogram of dry solid. Ibig sabihin, 1 kilo nung dry, 3 kilo nung moisture and will be dried to moisture content of 0.1 kilogram moisture per kilogram dry solid. Air enters the dryer with a humidity ratio of 0.016. So, ito naman, yung kanina, itong 3 kilogram moisture per kilogram of dry solid pertaining to the material. Kaya ang denominator niya nasa baba niya per kilogram of dry solid. From 3 kilogram moisture, magiging 0.1 per kilogram of solid. And then, Air enters the dryer with a humidity ratio of 0.016. Ah, ito naman yung ano mo, hangin mo, okay? And leaves with a relative humidity of 100%. The temperature remains constant at 60 degrees Celsius. If the total pressure of the air is 101.3, determine the capacity. So, yun ang ating tanong. So, take note of the 1 metric ton per hour. Now, moisture remove, mass nung ating humidity ratio ng hangin minus humidity ratio 1. Okay? So, ayan natin dito. Ano yung sabi natin kanina? Pwede nating makuha yung moisture remove sa pamamagitan ng difference. Tama? Sa pamamagitan ng difference nung ating material, yung pinatuyo mong material. I-compute mo kung ilan yung naalis na moisture doon, mako-compute mo kung ilan yung moisture na nadala nung hangin. Okay. Pag looking at your book, ano yung ginamit yung values diyan? Look at your book. Meron kayong hawak diyan na libro? Kunin niyo yung libro ninyo para masundan niyo yung sinasabi ko. Hawak niyo na, class.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, ano ang ginamit niya diyan? Kasi dito sa solution na to, class, we have two approaches. Okay? We have two approaches, isang mahabang solution at isang alternate solution. Doon tayo sa alternate solution, mas maiksi. Okay, look at the values na ginamit. Ay, wait, class, CR break lang muna. Okay, hello class. Sensya na, no? Call of nature. Okay, saan na tayo? Okay, moisture remove. Again, we have said yung moisture remove natin, mass times moisture content or mass times humidity ratio 2 minus humidity ratio 1 is equal to mass times yung moisture remove dun sa object. Okay, so ilagay natin moisture remove. Okay, you have your book. Nandiyan na hawak nyo.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, ano ang ginamit dyan na formula? Paki-dictate, anyone. So we can explain. Ano yung ginamit dyan?
Sir, in-equate niya po sa 3/4 ng 350.
3/4 ng 350. Saan galing yung 350? Paki-dictate nga, Cyron, para may lagay ko dito.
Ano po, 3/4 ng 350
Grabe, nasira yung tiyan ko sa ano. Sige, sige. 3/4
Ma-
ng 350
minus 0.1 ng 250, sir.
ng 250. Tapos equals ganito, di ba? Ganito. Yan, class.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, saan nakuha yung 350? Okay. Punta tayo doon sa ano natin, no? Lagyan natin ang dial doon sa dryer natin. Ito yung hangin, heated air, lumabas. Ito yung humid air. Ito yung pumasok mong material. Okay, ito yung dried. Okay, ito yung lagay ko lang wet. Wet feed. Okay. So, tignan natin ulit yung problem. Sabi doon, the product enters the dryer 1,000. Sabi niyo 1,000 kilogram per hour, di ba? 1 metric ton equals 1,000. So, dito, pumapasok 1,000 kilogram per hour. Okay. Ito yung product. Yung initial moisture content, sabi niya, 3 kilogram of moisture kada dry solid. 3 kilogram of moisture kada dry solid. Malinaw yun, class. Na ano nyo? 3 kilogram of moisture per 1 kilogram of dry. Okay? Tapos, nung lumabas, 0.0 kilogram of moisture per kilogram of dry. 0.1 kilogram of moisture per kilogram dry. Okay. Question, class. Ano ang nagko-compose ng product? Yung wet product, anong nagko-compose diyan? O sabi mong product kasi maski dun sa final output mo may ano pa, mayroon pa siyang moisture. Yung product natin, anong nagko-compose? Ano yung sinabi natin kanina? Bone dry weight saka
Moisture remove.
moisture. Okay. So ang nagko-compose dito, yung moisture, weight ng moisture plus yung dry. Okay, yung dry product. Yung moisture plus yung dry product. Yun yung equals dun sa kabuuan ng product. Nung sinabi niya, 3 kilogram of moisture per kilogram of dry, ilan yung total niyan? Ilan yung total ng product therefore? Ito, ang pinagre-ratio ko, ito saka ito. Dry over moisture. Ang gusto ko yung dry over product. Kasi di ba yung product is equal to 1,000 kilogram. Kaya ang gusto kong ratio ngayon, moisture over yung product. Hindi yung moisture over dry. Kung 3 kilogram yung moisture, ilan yung kilogram ng product mo?
4.
4. Kasi 3 kilogram moisture plus 1 kilogram dry. So 3 plus 1, di ba? So that is 3/4. Ibig sabihin, yung moisture ko initially is 3/4 ng 1,000. Kuha. Kuha class. 3/4 ng 1,000. Okay. Doon sa sumunod, anong sabi niya? Lumabas na yung dry mo. Ay lumabas na yung product natin, 'di ba? Initially ano siya, 1,000 kilogram kasi 1 metric ton. Kaya lang nung naalis na yung moisture, siyempre yung product mo gagaan. Gagaan na siya. Okay. So, kailangan nating hanapin ilan yung kilogram dry diyan. So, from 1,000 kilogram, ang kilogram dry diyan, ano yung sinabi? Kung 3/4 yung moisture, yung dry ay ilan? Ilang fraction? Ha?
1/4.
1/4. Very good. So, 1/4 of 1,000 naman ito. So, ibig sabihin, this is 250. Okay? Ito yung ating dry. Okay, naintindihan ninyo? Yung initial moisture natin, 3/4 ng 1,000. Bakit 1,000? 1,000 yung bigat niya. Bakit 3/4? Yun yung ratio ng moisture over product. Next, bakit 250? Kasi ito yung weight na nung dry. Ang sinabi dun sa problem, tingnan natin ulit. 0.10 kilogram moisture per kilogram of dry solid. So ang naging final output mo naman na moisture 0.10 ng dry. Ibig sabihin 0.10 ng 250. Okay? So initial moisture natin 3/4 ng 1,000 minus 0.10. 0.10 ng 250. Okay? So, mass times 0.1524 minus 0.016. Okay, class, pakikalkyo nga ito. Pakikalkyo lang.
Five, 315.
5315.25.
0.25.
So, saan nakuha yung 350? Saan nakuha yung 350 class? Hindi nyo alam. Okay, hindi ko rin alam. Ito, malamang error ito, no? So, pagki-correct yung inyong libro. Ilagay nyo dyan, ito yung ilagay ninyo. 3/4 ng 1,000 minus 0.10 ng 250. Remember, moisture removed is equal to moisture initial minus moisture final. Ang moisture initial natin, 3/4 ng 1,000. Ang moisture final natin, sabi dyan sa problem, pinatuyo mo, ginawang 0.1 nung dry solid. So, paano natin kukunin to? Kunin mo yung paano natin kinuha? Kinuha natin tong ratio, 3/4, ratio ng moisture over yung total, hindi yung ratio ng moisture over dry solid. Pangalawa, dito sa sumunod, etong 0.10, kilogram moisture per kilogram dry solid. Walang problema, hindi natin kailangang kunin yung total nila. Dito class, ito yung total ng product, 'di ba? Ito dito class, ito yung dry lang. Okay? So, nasusundan nyo yung flow niya. Itong 3/4 ratio ng ito. Itong 3/4 ratio ng moisture over dry. Hindi, I mean over product. Okay. Kaya imumultiply natin dun sa product. Tama. Ito namang isa, moisture over dry. 0.10. Hindi na natin kinumbert, hindi na natin ginaya ito na moisture over product. Ni-retain na natin yung 0.1 moisture over dry. Bakit? Kasi alam natin na 250 yung dry. 'Di ba? 250 yung dry. Tama? 250 yung dry. So may iwan parehong moisture. Dito sa isa, ratio ng moisture over yung total. Kaya i-multiply natin sa 1,000 total. Dito sa pangalawa, hindi natin alam yung total. Basta alam natin 0.10 kilogram moisture per kilogram product. Okay? Kung dito sa una, kung alam sana natin yung ano ng dry agad, di 3/1. Diba? Yun, pwede rin yun. Pwede rin yun. Okay, ito pa isang solution. Um, ano yung ratio ng ano yung ratio ng class? Moisture natin. So, numerator, ilagay ko yung moisture. Ilang moisture? 3 kilogram, di ba? Tama. Moisture is 3 kilogram per ilang product? Ilang dry?
1, sir.
1. Okay. So, ilagay natin. 3 kilogram moisture per 1. Okay. Anong gagamitin ko ngayon na multiplier dito? Anong imumultiply ko dito?
250.
250. Very good. 250, hindi yung 1,000. Kasi yung nasa denominator ko dry eh. So, dito times 250. Oh. Oh. Okay nga, paki-calculate nga. Anong value ng mass?
Parehas lang, sir.
Pareho lang. Okay, so either method, yan. Basta alam niyo itong ginagamit niyo. Ito, ratio ng moisture over dry, kaya mo-multiply mo sa dry. Moisture over dry, mo-multiply mo sa dry. Kung alam mo yung total, di yun ang gawin mo. Okay? Dito, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung total, ano? Kasi hindi natin alam na yung ratio ng hindi na natin alam yung ratio nung moisture over total. Pwede siguro 0.10 over 0.9. 0.10 over 0.9. Pero ano yung natin? Ano yung total na weight nila? Hindi natin alam. 0.10 times 250 is 25. 25. Yan. Okay. Next. So, kailangan natin kunin yung niya ngayon, yung volume flow rate niya. I-multiply lang natin ng fan capacity is equal to 5315.25 kilogram per hour. I-multiply lang natin ng ating V1. V1 ba yun? 0.968 cubic meter per kilogram. Okay? And then multiply natin ng 1 hour, 60 minutes. Okay, what's the answer?
$85.75 meter cube per minute.
85.75 cubic meter per minute. Okay, thank you. So, may question kayo, class? May gusto kayong maklaro dito sa problem na to? Klaro na naintindihan ba? Yung iba? Sige, ayaw niyo magsalita. Okay. Next. Pakibasa nga yung problem.
A dryer is to deliver 1,000 kg per hour of palay with a final moisture content of 10%. The initial moisture content in the feed is 15% at atmospheric condition with 32 degrees Celsius dry bulb and 21 degrees Celsius wet bulb. The dryer is maintained at 45 degrees Celsius while the relative humidity of the hot humid air from the dryer is 80%. If the steam supplied to the heater is 2 MPa, determine the air supplied to the dryer in meter cube meter cube per hour.
Okay. So, meron kang dryer, magdi-deliver ng 1,000 kilogram kada oras na palay. Yung final moisture content daw niya, 10%. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kung ang moisture content mo ay 10%, ilan namang percent yung solid mo? 10% yung moisture content, ilan percent yung solid pag ganon? Versus dun sa product,
90%.
90%. So, the initial moisture content mo in the feed is 15%. Again, the initial moisture 15, naging 10%. So, binawasan lang siya ng 5%. At atmospheric condition of with 32 degrees Celsius dry bulb, 21 yung wet bulb. The dryer is maintained at 45 degrees Celsius. Mainit yung dryer mo. While the relative humidity of the hot humid air from the dryer is 80%. Yan na yung relative humidity class, no? So after the air na 32 degrees Celsius, 21, yan yung supply air mo. Okay, dumaan doon sa heater and finally dumaan doon sa dryer. Ang humid air output mo is 80% na lang. 80% na yung kanyang RH. If the steam pressure supplied to the heater is 2 megapascal, determine the air supplied to the dryer. Again, cubic meter per hour ulit. Okay, so usually sa problem, kinukompute yung capacity ng dryer mo, supply air, kasi yung capacity ng fan. Okay, so again, dun sa ano natin, dun sa solid, dun sa wet feed, solid in wet feed mo, kailangan, hindi naman nagbago yung solid eh. Yung moisture lang. So, solid in dried product. Okay? Solid in wet feed, equal siya dun sa solid in dry product. Ano yung sabi niya dyan? The initial moisture content is 15%. So, kung 15% yung initial moisture content, ilang percent yung ating ano? So, ilagay natin, M, ito yung amount of palay or mass of palay. Okay, ilang percent yung ating solid? Pag 85% ay 15% ay initial moisture, ilang percent yung solid?
85 po, sir.
Yan, 85. Galing nga. 85. Okay, bilisan na natin. Alis na-explain na natin yung kanina. 0.85 ng palay. Doon naman sa solid ng dried, so sabi natin kanina, 0.90. Okay? Sabi niya dito, a dice to deliver 1,000. Bakit ilalagay ko dito 1,000? Kasi ito yung output mo. Ito na yung output ng dryer, 1,000 kilogram per hour of palay. Okay, so 1,000 lalagay natin dito. Okay. So mass mo, mass of the wet feed mo ilan?
1,058.82, sir.
0.82. Ibig sabihin, yung palay na may kasama pang moisture, 1,058.82 kilogram per hour. Yung dried na, after passing to the dryer, okay, ang moisture remove, naging 1,000 na lang. Ibig sabihin, ilan yung moisture remove mo? 58.82 kilogram per hour. Pinasok mo siya, 1,058.82. Lumabas, 1,000 na lang. Kasi a dryer is to deliver, 1,000 na lang. So, 58.82 kilogram per hour na yung moisture remove. Okay. Check the psychrometric chart natin. So, humidity ratio 1, sabi niya dyan, the dye is maintained 45, the initial moisture content, 32 degrees Celsius, dry valve, and 21 degrees Celsius, wet valve. The dryer is maintained at 45 degrees Celsius, while the relative humidity at humidity is 80%. Okay. Heater is 2 megapascal. So, from psychrometric chart, meron tayong humidity ratio, 0.0111 kilogram per kilogram. Okay? Natin is 0.915 cubic meter per kilogram. Again, you should, etong mga subscript dito, yung ano natin yung ating diagram, doon nung inintroduce natin yung formula, yung from steam 1, di ba? Dumaan yung hangin, di ba? O, kaya 1 is equal to 2. Ito yung papasok na sa dryer. Okay? And then, tumaas yung humidity niya or water vapor content niya. Diba? After passing through the dryer. Kaya W1 or humidity 1 is equal to humidity 2. Ito yung papasok pa lang, mag-heat exchange sa steam. Remember the diagram dun sa libro, no? Nandun yung subscript. Itong 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay. So, the moisture received ngayon nung dryer natin is equivalent to, or air natin, moisture times ito, yung difference nung dalawa. Okay? Again, this is equivalent to 58.824. So, 58.824 is equivalent to MA tapos 0.0515 minus 0.0111. MA is equivalent to
1,456.14, sir. 014.
0.14 kilogram per hour. Again, we multiply this with your ano. So, yung ating air supplied, parang ano, banda to air supplied. Air supply, tung tumanda na, air supplied na, no? So, 1,456.014 kilogram per hour multiply with, so yung specific volume class, specific volume 0.915. So, ganito lang dryer, ano? As the value.
One three three two point 25 meter cube per hour.
Okay. Yan. So, capacity ng fan mo. Again, keep in mind yung ating diagram, yung typical na ano ng dryer, 'di ba? Papasok yung hangin, mayroong steam, magkakaroon ng heat exchange. So, 1, ito yung supply air mo. Pagdating ng 2, ito na yung after passing through the heat exchanger na may steam, papasok na siya sa dryer. Okay? Paglabas ng dryer, naka-W3 na siya. And then pay attention to the problem, di ba? A dryer is to deliver. Sabi niya, ibig sabihin, palabas na ng dryer yan. Okay. Any question? Okay, kung wala, okay, next problem. An auditorium is to be maintained at a temperature of 26 degrees Celsius, dry bulb, and 50% RH. Air is to be supplied at a temperature not lower than 15 degrees Celsius, dry bulb. The sensible heat gain, 110. And the latent heat gain is 37.5 kilowatt. Take ventilating air as 25% by weight of air from room and is at 35 degrees Celsius, dry bulb, and 60% RH. Determine the refrigerating capacity in tons. Okay. So, i-draw natin ulit yung figure natin. Ito yung outside air, di ba? Pag ganyan yan. And then, nandito yung room. Ito yung dapat ito yung ventilation. Okay. So, ito yung recirculating air. Di ba? Pag ganyan, pag ganyan. Okay. Yan. So, sabi dito, ang QS mo ay 110. Ang QL is 37.5. Okay. And then, ventilating air is 25% by weight of the air from the room and is at 35 dry bulb and 60% RH. By the way, ito mini-maintain natin to ng itong room ng 26 dry bulb temperature, 50% RH. Samantalang yung ventilating air natin, ito palabas, that is 35 dry bulb, 60% RH. Okay, ang tinatanong, refrigerating capacity. So, ito kanina sabi natin 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. So, ano na ulit yung formula ng refrigerating capacity natin? Refrigerating capacity is equivalent to, sabi natin, yung ginagamit natin dito, MO, ito MR, okay? Nakakalito, parang mass of steam, ilagay ko na lang na MC ito, ito yung conditioned air. Ilagay ko na lang MC is equal to conditioned air para hindi siya nakakalito. MC times yung change in enthalpy mo. Okay? H4 minus H1. Mauna sa H4 kasi mas mataas. Mainit, lumamig. H4 minus H1. Okay, mula sa psychrometric chart natin, H3. So, H3, ito yung nasa labas. 35 dry bulb, 60% RH. So, 90.49. Yung ating H2 naman, ito yung condition air, So, 26, 50% RH. This is 53 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay. Okay. Now, class. Sensible heat. QS. Sensible heat. Paano natin, ano na yung formula ng ating sensible heat?
MCP delta T, sir.
MCP delta T. So, yung mas ng, ito para, yun nga, para hindi nakakalito, yung MC natin, imbis na MS, no? MS siguro mas sensible, sabi niya. Ito yung mas ng condition air na, Condition air. Delta T. So, delta T natin, 2 saka 1. So, T2 minus T1. Okay, therefore 110, ito MC 1.0062, tapos 26 minus, saan ba yung nakalagay ditong ano? Ito, air is to be supplied at a temperature not lower than 15. Ibig sabihin, nung papasok na siya sa room, paglabas niya dito, this is 15 degrees Celsius. Pagpunta sa room, 26. Okay? So, 26 minus 15. MC is equivalent to ilang kilogram per second yan? Okay, para matapos na tayo. Nakapag-prepare pa tayo sa school.
9.94, sir.
9 point, sorry,
94.
94. Okay, thanks. Okay. Now, pag ang gagamitin naman natin ay enthalpy. Okay, so gagamitin natin yung enthalpy natin, changes enthalpy, yan, pertaining yan doon sa buo. Okay, ibig sabihin, kukunin mo yung Q total, which is QS plus Q latent, is equal to yung MC natin, tapos change in enthalpy. So, enthalpy natin, change in enthalpy, 2 sa 1. Okay, kasi pinapalamig natin itong room, kaya dito yung pinag-uusapan dito, 2 and 1. Okay, so this is H2 minus H1. QT is equal to 110, 37.5. 37.5. Okay. Equals yung MC natin, 9.94 times H2 minus H1. Ang H2 natin, binigay, di ba? H2 is 53. 53 minus H1. H1 is equal to
38.16.
38.16. Yan. Kilojoule per kilogram. Yan. Okay. Also, kunin natin yung recirculated air. Ano na yung formula natin para sa recirculated air? Ano yung mass balance natin? Pag pinagsama yung outside air, saka
MR, sir.
MR. Very good. So, pag pinagsama mo, ito na yung condition air o yung nasa ano natin is MS pero gamitin natin MC na condition air. Okay, tingnan natin ulit itong problem. Take ventilating air. Ibig sabihin, ito yung nasa labas na hangin. 25% siya nung weight of the air in the room. Okay? So, ano yung weight na, ano yung air in the room? Ito yung nire-recirculate mo. 'Di ba? Air in the room, ito yung nire-recirculate mo. Okay. So, 25% nung nire-recirculate mo kasi air in the room plus MR is equal to, MC na compute na natin, 9.94. MR is
7.952, sir.
7.952. Okay. MR natin yan. Ngayon, pwede na tayong mag-energy balance. Okay? So, madaling tinan ulit natin yung ating figure, energy balance natin. MO, H3. Recirculated, yung 2. So, MR times H2. Okay? And then yung ating condition air, siyempre eto nagsama yung dalawa, ito yung output nila, yung 4, 'di ba? Yung 4, yung mass niyan, itong MC. Kasi pumasok siyang MC, lalabas din yan MC dito. Okay? So, MO, H3 plus MR, H2 equals MC, H4. Okay, again, yung ating MO ay 25% ng ating MR. Ang MR natin ay 7.952. Okay? Tapos yung ating H3. H3 is 90.49. Yan yung nasa labas. Kaya medyo mainit pa. No? Plus MR. 7.952 times H2. Ang H2 natin ay 53. Equals 9.94. Ito yung ating condition air times H4. H4 is equal to
60.498.
60.498 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay? So, refrigerating capacity therefore is equivalent to MC H4 minus H1. Equals 9.94, 60.9, 60.498 H1. H1 is saan na yung H1 ko dito?
39.16, sir.
Ito, 38.16. Yan. So, refrigerating capacity is
222.039.
this is in kilowatt. Convert to TOR. Or, TOR, tama. 13, ilang ano to? Kilowatt to, class?
3.516.
3.516, sir.
Yun, very good. Anong sagot?
63.15.
Okay. So, ito yung capacity nung iyong air condition system. Okay? Okay, recap tayo. Ito yung auditorium, ito yung condition space. Nakikita niyo tong ano, no, di ba? Ito. Paano ba para makita yung ito? Okay. Ito yung auditorium. Ito yung condition space. Ito yung outside air. Other term yan yung sabi nilang ventilating air. Ito yung lumalabas. Okay? Now, si outside air, makikimix yan kay recirculated air. Ito yung air in the room or air from the room. Pag mimix sila, magiging condition air. Yan yung papasok dito sa ating equipment, HVAC equipment, and then lalabas MC. Okay? Ngayon, tatandaan ninyo, iba yung temperature sa labas, iba yung temperature ng ating room. Okay? Yung temperature ng room natin na kinokondisyon natin 26. Ito rin yung sa MR. Ito rin yung temperature ng hangin na bumabalik. Of course, iba yung temperature nung kakalabas lang doon sa ating equipment. Kaya nga 15 degrees Celsius. Okay? Now, tandaan nyo lagi, yung total na Q dyan, pinagsamang latent saka sensible. Pag sensible yung ginagamit mo, MCP delta T. Pag gagamitin mo yung total, M times yung change in enthalpy nila. So, since ang involved dito yung equipment, ito class, yung QS saka QL dito sa room, kaya nga H2 minus H1. Tignan nyo, MCP, T2 minus T1. Itong T2, ito yung T1. Kasi room yan, yun yung cooling load sa room. Ito namang isa, latent heat, dito rin, H2, and then, not latent heat, QT, yung total nila, pinagsamang sensible and latent, 2 minus 1 din. Kasi yan yung sa may room. Yan yung cooling load sa may loob ng room. Okay? Pero yung capacity ng ating equipment dito ka, dun sa may equipment, 4 to 1. 4 to 1. Okay? Cooling load dun sa 2 to 1. Ito naman, 4 to 1. Okay. Ano pa ba? Okay, halos kapareho nito yung kanina. So, lagpasan na natin to para makapag-solve pa tayo ng iba. Okay, Arum, para ma-introduce ko tong formula na to. Naku, 856 Magda 9. Okay, sagutan lang natin to. Pakibasa nga. Class.
Arum
Arum
content.
contains
Nagkahiyaan pa.
a room contains air at 27 degrees Celsius, I think dry bulb, and 19 degrees Celsius wet bulb. The total pressure is 1 atmospheric. The humidity ratio is most nearly equal to
Naputol na pala. Akala ko naputol. Tanong pala yan. Mas nearly equal to. Okay. Ay. Okay. So ito, may introduce tayong formula, approximation equation, Liley's approximation equation. So, barometric pressure niya E raised to 14.43509, no? Minus. May mga na-solve tayo doon, pwede nyong i-apply doon para mas makita niyo, no? Yung mga na-solve natin noon, yung mga naunang problems, so hindi pa natin to na-introduce. Okay, 533.3. Okay. Yung K dito dapat naka-Kelvin. Okay? At ito yung ating gagamitin natin dito ay wet bulb. Wet bulb. Wet bulb yung gagamitin dito. Wet bulb temperature. So yung K, naka-Kelvin wet bulb temperature. Okay, so E raised to 14.43509 minus 5333.3. Ano yung ating 19 wet bulb. So ilagay ko dito T, temperature wet bulb in Kelvin. So 19 plus 273. Pakikuha nga yung sagot dyan. Pakikuha nga yung sagot.
0.02726.
Saglit, medyo nag-echo yun, hindi ko marinig.
0.02172.
Yung iba kasi yung voice ni nag sa masakit sa tenga.
0.02172.
72. Okay, so naka-bar ito, no? Ang unit niyan ay bar. Okay. This is Liley's approximation. Again, meron pang isang formula. This is empirical, no? This is Abjan's naman. Abjan's equation. Okay, ano naman yung Abjan's equation? So, sa pagkuha ng pressure ng vapor, so, yung PSAT mo, sabi niya dito, actually may nakalagay dyan na wet bulb. So, yung PSAT using the wet bulb, so ito yung 0.02172 bar ngayon, So, PATM, temperature dry bulb, temperature wet bulb over 2,700. 2,700 is constant. And remember class, yung eto dapat should be in Fahrenheit. Okay? Of course, your PSAT should be in bar. So, ang gagamitin natin dito, 0.02172 bar minus PATM. Okay? Ano ang atmospheric pressure in bar? 101.325 divided by 100, di ba? So, 1.01. 325. 1.01325. Yan. So, 27 minus 19. Okay, this is degree Celsius. Pag i-convert ko siya sa Fahrenheit, anong i-multiply ko lang?
1.8.
1.8. Okay, or yung tinatawag na 9 over 5C, di ba? Over 32. 1.8. Wala na yung 9 over 5C plus. Wala na yung plus 32 kasi heat transfer kasi this is
Kasi temperature.
difference in temperature. Yan, heat transfer. Okay. Anong sagot dyan, class? Ito, ibalik ko. Yan.
Sir, 0.01631.
0.01631 bar. Okay. So, i-convert natin. Again, sabi ko kanina, 1 bar is equal to 100 kilopascal. So, this is 1.6. 1.631 kilopascal. Ngayon, pwede na balik dito, di ba? Tanong ba yung the humidity, hinahanap yung humidity ratio. So, gamitin natin, humidity ratio is equal to, again, 0.622. Yung ginamit nating formula kanina, PT minus PV is equivalent to 0.622. 1.631. Ito yung PV natin, yung using up dyan, 1.631. 101.325 atmospheric pressure, 0.631 equals
0.01017.
0.01017. Okay. Yan. So, ito na yun yung ating humidity ratio. Okay. May mga humidity. Okay. Ano po ba yung ano natin dito? Okay, yan pa. Ito, nasa libro din to. No? So, pag-practicean nyo na yan. Calculate. Okay, so ang bago natin na-introduce dito, Lyell's equation. Tignan nyo yung Lyell's equation. Upjan's equation. Ano pa? Enthalpy. Enthalpy. Have you encountered it dito? Yung ano sa enthalpy, class? Yung approximate ng enthalpy? Hmm?
1061.
Yung CP temperature. 'Di ba? Temperature dry bulb yan. times Hg. Diba? So, 1.0062 temperature dry bulb plus ganyan. Ngayon, itong Hg, ina-approximate dyan, 2501 plus. Minsan, 1.86 yung ginagamit dito, di ba? Okay, try this, no? Doon sa mga sinob natin noon, pagkuha ng enthalpy. Okay, class, I'm gonna end this, ano? Ko, nasira ata dyan ko. Okay, I'm gonna end this. Sa Wednesday class, wala ako, ah. Okay, see you later sa power plant. Bye-bye. Uy, ayos.
Thank you, sir.
Goods, nandiyan na kayo. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye po.
Bye-bye.
Bye.